Good morning. This is lesson 150 for arithmetic. Look at letter A. We need to circle the digit in the 10,000s place. Which digit is in the 10,000s place? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So there are two 10,000s in this number. Two 10,000s would be 20,000. 10,000, 20,000. Which number is in the 10,000s place? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Three 10,000s would be 30,000. Which number is in the 10,000s place? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Eight 10,000s equals 80,000. Which number is in the 10,000s place? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Three 10,000s. What does three 10,000s equal? 30,000. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. How do we find perimeter of this rectangle? Well, we need to measure it. We need to measure it in centimeters because we need to find the perimeter in centimeters. What do we measure? All four sides. So, this side, we start at the 0, and it comes down to 15 centimeters. This is a rectangle, so we know that this side is going to be the same as this side. 15 centimeters. But this side is shorter than this side. We need to measure it. We need to make sure we're measuring with centimeters. Starting with the 0. And this is 12 centimeters. And this side is the same as this side. So this side would be 12 centimeters. We find perimeter by adding all four sides. So we could add 15 plus 15 equals 30 centimeters. And 12 plus 12 equals 24 centimeters. 4 ones plus 0 ones equals 4 ones. 2 tens plus 3 tens equals 5 tens, for a total of 54 centimeters would be our perimeter. We could do 12 plus 12 plus 15 plus 15, or we could go side to side. We could go 12 plus 15 plus 12 plus 15. Either way, we need to go the entire way around to find the perimeter. Look at letter C. Which of these numbers are mixed numbers? Is 12 and a half a mixed number? Yes, because why? Because there's a whole number plus a fraction. Is 25 a mixed number? No, why not? Because there's no fraction. Is 5 6 a mixed number? No, why not? Because although there's a fraction, there's no whole number. Is 11 and 2/3 a mixed number? Yes. Why is it a mixed number? Because there's a whole number and a fraction together. Let me give you some more questions. Which is greater, 1/2 or 1/3 of a pie? You have to think about it in this way. If there's a pie and it's split into halves, a half is this big. If you have a pie and it's split into thirds, you need to make 3 sections. A third is this big. Which is larger? 1/2 or 1/3? 1/2 is larger. 1/2 is greater than 1/3. Which is greater, 1/2 or 1/4 of a candy bar? 1/2 or 1/4. How many sections are in 1/2 of a candy bar? 2 sections. The denominator shows that there's 2 sections. So 1/2 would be this much of the candy bar. One-fourth, how many sections are in 1/4 of a candy bar? 4 sections. We have to split it in half, and then we have to split them in half again. There's 4 sections. 1/4 is this section. Which is greater, 1/2 or 1/4? 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Which is greater, 1/4 or 1/3 of an apple? 1/4 or 1/3 of an apple? One-fourth is cut into 4 sections. 1/3 is cut into 3 sections. Which is greater, a 1/4 see how big that section is, or a 1/3? See how big that section is. 1/3 is greater than 1/4. All right. Let's count by 100s from 1,100 to 2,000. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, 2,000. Letter E, make and change. How do we make change? Do we add, subtract, multiply, divide? We subtract. The word change here is a clue word that tells us we're going to need to subtract when we make change. Listen, Claire decided to buy a jigsaw puzzle of the Grand Canyon. The puzzle cost $5.65. So I'm going to put $5.65. Got my dollar sign and my decimal point. If Claire gave the clerk $10, how much change did she get back? She gave the clerk $10 and she needs change. So we have to subtract. Now, when we're subtracting or adding, we only need a dollar sign on the top number. 0 take away 5, can't do that. Have to borrow, have to borrow, have to borrow. We borrow from this to make this a 10. We borrow from this to make this a 10. We borrow from this to make this a 10. 10 minus 5 equals 5. 9 minus 6 equals 3. 9 minus 5 equals 4. And then we don't have anything here. $4.35 change. All right. Put on your thinking cap. During the summer, Luke and Drew plan to attend summer camp for 28 days. How many weeks will they be at camp? How many days are in a week? 7 days in a week. They were there for 28 days. We have to divide by 7 days that are in a week to find out how many weeks they were there. So we would have to count by sevens to get to 28. So 7 plus 7 equals 14. 14 plus 7 equals 21. If you didn't know that, you could do 7 plus 4 is 11. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. 21 plus 7 equals 28. So how many groups of 7 did we have? Let's see. You see how many groups of 7 we had? We have 4 groups of 7. So that would be 4 weeks. Listen, Sarah plans to attend for only 3 weeks. How many days will she stay at camp? Well, she's going to be there 3 weeks. And she wants to know how many days she's going to be there. And each week is 7 days. So 3 times 7. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That's 21 days. How many more days did Luke attend camp than Sarah? How many more means subtract. So for how many more, we need to do 28 minus 21. Let's look at the ones place. 8 minus 1 equals 7. Let's look at the tens place. 2 minus 2 equals 0. So how many more days was he at camp than her? 7 more days.